Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury live stream. How are you guys today? How are you guys going today? Are you having fun? Are you having a great time? I'm just sending a few invites out. See if I can get a few people on my stream today. That's correct, guys. I need to get some hunters on the stream. That's what we need. I need the punters on the stream. Let's have a look. I've just sent a few out. See if we can get Chief. Can we get Chief Tit on? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look who we can get on today. Can we get the Clivers on? Clivers is always, he comes on when Mark's on. He's pretty loyal. Aussie expat. Let's see if we can get him on. I was having a great discussion there. I don't even know why I was having a discussion with him about investments. It's just he likes his investments. It is what it is, you know. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's yeah, investments. What can you do? That's all I can say. It is what it's going to be. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, it's everything is what it is. So what can I say there? Tan, my man, how is Tan? I haven't spoken to Tan in a while. Let's see if we can. He's great guns. Just sent Tan a message, sent him a link. That's a great answer. What else can I say? Aussie expat. What's Aussie expat? I loved him. He's a great guy. I got a message from Keslow. I was hoping I could get Keslow on the stream. We'll see how it pans out. Please jump on the stream if you can. I'd love to chat. There we go. We'll see how it goes. See who we got. Who's jumping on now? We've got. Who's that? Archie, hi.
How you doing?
All the boys are here.
Hey, Archie, great discussion yesterday. I love having some banter with you. There's nothing. No, you've done really well. Whatever works for you, man, you got to do it. Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you.
It's true. Finance is all personal. Am I getting full feedback?
Bit of echo there. Hello.
Okay, it's good now.
Testing 1 2 7.
Thank you.
Yeah.
1 2 7. That's very cool. Gentlemen, what's going on? What is going on in your world? I went and saw a movie yesterday on my day off.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Speed Racer?
Subtitles?
That's in cinemas at the moment.
No, The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Oh, okay.
We're going to see that on Mother's Day.
Yeah, good movie.
Yeah.
It's got a new modern twist where basically everyone.
Whoa. Spoiler alert.
Whoa. Great movie.
Don't tell us anything.
You know what I love in that movie is I like Meryl Streep. She's very strong.
Yeah, of course.
But I really love Stanley Tucci.
He's
a great actor. Stanley Tucci. I'd like to be friends with Stanley Tucci in real life. What do you think?
I think you have no friends.
I have no friends. He's just.
But if you were,
I saw him in Margin Call.
Yeah.
Eric Dale. Remember, he was Eric Dale. He got sacked in the first couple of scenes. Eric Dale.
Fun fact: my co-author, the monk, trained Emily Blunt's dog.
They had Gaga. Lady Gaga was in it. It was a good movie. Aussie Expat. You're not a fan of Stanley Tucci?
No, I like Stanley Tucci. It was good. Been quite a lot of movies.
Not Tucci.
Tucci.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been in a lot.
Yeah,
Tucci. Sounds like Tushy.
I think I liked him most in. Was he in Margin Call?
Margin Call. He was fantastic
really good.
in Margin Call.
He was really strong.
I liked Paul Brittany in Margin Call.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. How do you spend
everyone did a really good job. Coming from
Kevin Spacey was even good.
Yes, yeah. Coming from the world
and
of
Mark,
finance.
they had a dog who was dying. They had a dog who was dying in the movie. How the fuck could you not even speak up? Come on.
How nice. I don't know what movie you're talking about.
Margin
Call.
I don't know if I saw it. Super chat.
Archie, $2. Who paid for the movie tickets? I know I paid. It was 100. It was 100 RMB.
Well, in reality, Starchy, how much is that in dollars?
It's about $20 for 2 tickets.
Well, I would say Starchy's paid for that over the course of the last couple of weeks because, if you add up Starchy's contributions to the show, they would have bought a ticket.
Yes, very nice, Starchy.
Would you like to thank Starchy for his contribution?
Thank you for the movie ticket, Starchy.
There we go. Well done. Thank you, Starch.
Margin Call was pretty realistic. I've been on the inside of a lot of banks and stock exchanges, and
I was in a bank today.
A lot of finance stuff is like it just doesn't make any sense. Like for example, Wolf of Wall Street.
I love that.
That
was a great
has zero finance in it. Like Wolf of Wall Street is just a scamming boiler room movie. There's nothing about Wall Street in it. Like it's a parody, and from the perspective that
good movie though.
The firm wasn't on Wall Street because they're just a boiler room. So that's like anyone who thinks Wolf of Wall Street.
Who wants to see a movie about finance? We want to see a movie about banging hookers and doing cocaine.
Right, but actual Wall Street movies like Boiler Room had a lot more realistic stuff in there, but that's kind of a little bit more like Wolf of Wall Street. But Boiler Room's real.
He's vicious.
Starchy, $2. Did you put the tickets on away, Tubby? No, I paid cash. I paid cash.
Do you know Watch Reporter? We're going to... Anyway, there's another Las Vegas watch guy, and his other side gig is spruiking these penny stocks, which is exactly what they were doing on Wolf of Wall Street and Boiler Room.
Yes.
So you tell people to buy these penny stocks, and then under the table somewhere, they're getting paid to.
Of course. Penny stocks, penny dreadfuls, like they're called penny dreadfuls.
Yeah.
Can you really make money out of penny? I mean, is that where you'd put your money into, garbage stocks?
Well, penny stocks in particular are extremely awful. Like it's not just like you'd be better off just buying any random crypto. Like penny stocks are much, much worse. There's very little reason for them to exist except to fleece a few people. Like there's so little reason for penny stocks to exist that it's just
I still remember
you may as well
just
do crypto. Crypto's faster. You might actually win. I guarantee nobody is winning with penny stocks. It's just not.
San Juan, I've got a tip for you. San Juan pools.
See,
San Juan pools.
The type of return people want isn't possible with good blue chip stocks, is it? Like, Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's trading company.
Berkshire? Berkshire? What would you call it?
I got to mispronounce it, Mark.
It's okay. We'll let it ride.
It's the returns are pretty low.
No, Berkshire is insane. They've done 20% year over year for like generations. Berkshire is absolutely insane.
They're very cashed up. They can't
they got something close to 400 million in cash. It's the reason I sold. I just felt like with Warren Buffett leaving and with so much cash on hand, it just felt like they're not going to be the play. And I was right, but I'd like some more Berkshire. Right now, I wish I had a little bit of Berkshire.
Speaking of investments, Super Chat, $10.
Yeah, today's market. How do you invest suggestions other than Vu? So this is exactly it. So
let Archie read it. Just let Archie read it.
Yeah, okay.
Please
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Here we go.
Because, the guys love to hear Archie's voice.
Yeah.
$10. Steve Slick, $10. Aussie expat question for you. If you had 100 liquid to invest in today's market, how would you invest it? Suggestion other than VOO, QQQ, or Bitcoin.
Thank you. That's a generous super chat for worthless
Very
advice.
generous.
So, yeah, I've been thinking about this. Going into stagflation, I wish I had more gold. I'm not saying this is an investment that's going to do really well. I just think that it's hard to be upset if you have like 5% gold. It's hard to be upset with the outcome. So don't go heavy gold. But if 100K equals 5%, I would consider gold and just do an ETF. The other one, I think that SpaceX IPOing and then seeking like immediate entry into S&P 500 and all these index funds marks the beginning of the end of passive investing. And the best managed fund right now is Berkshire Hathaway. I mean, like, how can you go wrong with Berkshire Hathaway? Yeah, maybe there'll be years where it underperforms, overperforms.
They are overpriced compared to the stocks they own. There's a massive premium.
There is a premium on cash. So that's why I left. But I think the conditions right now, especially with their Google position and having a bit of cash, I think just overall, I'd feel very comfortable. Like if you've already got too much VOO, QQQ, and Bitcoin, I'd feel very comfortable with adding Berkshire right now, especially because of the SpaceX IPO coming in and hopefully making bag holders of everyone holding an index fund. So that's not going to happen with Berkshire. Berkshire could actually outperform the index in the next 12 months. I think it's, mark the date, SpaceX IPO. If you buy Berkshire, I think you might actually be winning on that one. I can't make any moves anymore. I'm retired. Like there's no new money coming in. It's I just have the portfolio. It does what it does, and I just have to figure out how to divest without killing it.
Good to know. Now, Archie, there's a nasty little super chat that you have to decide if you want to read from SR Bell, the king of the
SR Bell, $2. AC, would you shove a baby gerbil for 20? No animals, no. The type of person who asks this shit, I'd want to see the money first. Okay?
Super chat.
Mr. GMT's discount Seiko shop, $3. Oz is investing in the Archie, a good investment. No, YouTube is dreadful. You should short the ArchieLuxury channel. That's what you should do. Short it, baby. Short it. That's what you should do.
Aussie expat buying and selling stocks as we talk.
Exactly.
Making a trade.
You remember, I don't know if you remember when you actually had a stockbroker, when you wanted to buy or sell equities, you had to ring a stockbroker.
Yeah.
It's all online.
I'm not old enough for that. I'm just not old enough for that.
I am. They used to call you. They would like cold call you.
I mean, that's what they showed in Wolf of Wall Street, and it blew me away. Like, what the hell is this? Could you imagine that happening today? Like, how many scams out there? I mean, they're showing scams then.
It does happen. Have you heard of Cambodia? Have you heard of Cambodia?
Scambodia. They call it Scambodia. Scambodia is big on the romance scams and all kinds of little scams.
What's that called? Pig butchering, I think that one is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I get I get them every day. Today I got one. Can I call you in 10 minutes? Like from some random number that I never heard of before. I get that kind of thing all the time.
All of the scammy stuff for me has like completely disappeared. honestly. I don't get random calls. I don't get random texts.
I don't get the random calls but texts. You know what? The scam protections have gotten a lot better on the phone carriers.
I don't know what's happened technically,
Super
but
chat is what's
I appreciate it.
Super chat. Here we go. Mr. GMT's discount Seiko shop, $3. Bring up the new Timex Snoopy soccer ball.
This could be good. This could be good. On my channel, I did a half scathing review of the Timex Snoopy chronograph.
What was the
And
other?
by scathing, I mean I was using the Timex to poke holes at Omega, because the Timex chronograph is fantastic with Snoopy on the subdial. It's actually a really nice
Is it Mecha
watch.
Quartz? Mecha Quartz?
Yeah, I think it's Mecha Quartz because the chronograph hand moves smoothly.
Yeah, that's
And I'm
Mecha
like,
Quartz.
that
It's
is
just cheap
amazing.
stuff. All they did was, it's just Timex licensing.
Sure,
the
but
people
it's
to care.
$150, a metal case, a movement that looks nice. It is so much better than a $340 moon swatch,
Oh, well, because that's plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic. It's got a crappy movement.
I
it
mean, that's
never
a
lines
low
up.
bar of comparison, though.
It's double the price.
I know,
It's
I know,
not-
but I don't understand those plastic moon swatches at all. None of them.
The Timex is really nice. Are you finding it now, Archie?
He's looking.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this thing. It's hard to find because they had a number of. You're talking about a chronograph?
I don't know if it's got a chronograph.
I don't know what's
I
the
have as a
soccer ball.
chronograph.
What's the soccer ball? Must have a must.
There's a couple, Marky. There's a couple. There's a couple.
This is amazing! Like I'll share it on mine.
I'm sure you'll be buying one immediately, then, won't you,
This-
Ozzy?
No, I shouldn't. I wore it once. My wife wears it more, but that's not a reason to buy a watch. Just because your wife wears one. And yeah, Timex. They've always got deals running. I just had to close off a 15% off thing. Like 20% off is possible. There's always deals. Do not buy a Timex without running some sort of good coupon. 15% minimum. See, there it is, 15%. Like this is just like your warm body that came in off the
I got
internet.
a
First
better
thing we
idea.
want to
Don't
do
buy
is
a
hard sell you
Timex
on
at
a
all.
discount.
Although I confess, I have a Q Timex.
How awesome is this? This is tasteful.
Why?
A little pricey at $359, I gotta say. What?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's automatic. It's actually
This
a
is
mechanical
like a
movement.
Walmart watch. Come on.
No, it's a mechanical movement.
Like I said, but
It's
disposable.
very Calatrava-esque, isn't it?
Non-serviceable.
Calatrava-esque.
Oh, Archie, what happened to you? What happened to the king of the shitters? You invented the term shitter. Say it now. Say it.
It's a shitter. It's a shitter. We got a super chat from Big Meech, $10. Arch, when the bank foreclosed your house, what shitter watch will you be wearing? Well, the good news is there, because I sold all my stuff off, I put it into the loan. That'll be 4 or 5 years away, which my wife will be 60. Will be able to pay the house off with her superannuation. There you go.
So this is cool. So the obviously the soccer ball is on like a clear disc, I think, and then it rotates around. It's mounted as best I can tell on the second hand. So that soccer ball is going to be flying around. I think that's really cool.
I don't see a seconds hand. What do you mean mounted on the
That's what the soccer ball is. I believe it
interesting.
moves. Yeah. I believe it moves.
Does it?
Um,
Well, that at least makes it fun, but I don't see
see?
how would it move? Like what kind of track is it on? You don't see anything there. Well,
you don't need a track. Who cares if it even has hacking? Just the ball is spinning.
I know,
That's
but
all you need to know.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's
Cute.
amazing.
Cute.
Look at
I think
that.
that's awesome.
I take it back. It's kind of cute.
This is better than the Omega. Right?
Come on.
Come on, this is better than the Omega.
Oh, Ozzy. You should be
But
ashamed. You got to be ashamed.
This being
of yourself.
said, how old are you? Sorry, the super chatter who asked for this one. Because, I mean, Snoopy is really a boomer's character. Like, how old are you? Like, you have to be at least
Are they still doing
55 maybe to buy this watch.
You need to be born in the 60s to understand this.
Yeah. Is Snoopy not still a thing? I don't know if they show that stuff.
No, I don't think he
He
was.
never became hated, but I mean, he's not.
No, I just don't know if the Peanuts characters is a thing anymore. Probably not.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Like a lot of kids won't even have grown up with the Peanuts Christmas movies.
The Great Pumpkin.
Yeah.
All right. What can you
I
do?
did actually grow up reading. I had a whole stack of Peanuts comics. Like they were like compendiums, like 120
Yeah.
pages of just every single page, 4 panels of Peanuts. But that would be unusual. Like I'm an outlier that I am familiar with Snoopy, but most should not be.
We got a super chat from Black Cat, $2. Archie, without Warren Buffett, does your theory work?
Yeah, I mean, I sold Berkshire because of Warren leaving. But
I got to tell you,
look,
here's a statistic for you. If you invested $1,000 into Berkshire 20 years ago, $1,000, today it'd be worth today it'd be worth 8,300. That same amount invested in the S&P 500 would be worth 82. There you go.
so that's a 20 years or 10 years?
20 years.
20 years. Okay. I would have thought Berkshire was a
It
lot more.
hasn't done that great, has it? Is that great?
Well, most managed funds just lose their money. So wait, let's go back to Black Cat's question. Look, I think what's really strong with Berkshire, and it still works even without.
You don't like Greg? You don't like Greg?
No, like it still works even without Warren there. Is that with
He's
their
the chairman.
money,
He's still there. He's still there. He's the chairman.
Yeah, I know. But with their money, they don't just buy off the regular stock market. They sit down with the executives at the companies that they invest in, and then they organize sweetheart deals. Like when Warren Buffett bought Goldman Sachs during the financial crisis 2008, not only did he buy them for a cheap price, cheaper than what the market was at. I think he bought it like 20 when everyone else was at 23. He also got a fat stack of warrants, meaning he could buy at a future time at a reduced rate than the rest of the market. And so they get these sweetheart deals. They don't get the same, bullshit stock that we get off the market. They can always organize sweetheart deals for coming in with a big, truckload of cash. And
yes,
that has value. That is value. You have to recognize that is better than anyone else out there.
yes.
I wouldn't say go Berkshire over S&P 500 in general, but I think SpaceX showing that you can game the crap out of the index funds
S&P
is like
had a
bad
new record
news.
today.
It's bad news.
Okay, guys, look, before we move on, Archie, you've skipped a couple of SR bells and he's driving me crazy in the comments. Did you skip them on purpose? One of them was particularly nasty, and I believe you skipped it, but I'm just clarifying.
Yes, I did.
I understand. I comprehend.
Terry Boston, $30.
$30.
I sent you an email earlier today. Thoughts, please. This watch quite looks attractive. Please bring it up. I'm hopefully join your wonderful broadcast shortly, Sir Chesterfield. Thank you, King.
Wow.
Okay, let me have a look.
Terry's amazing for someone who's
Very
working frontline Walmart. These are unbelievably generous super chats. Like Terry, you can come on and talk about any topic you want and not follow the conversation. I don't care. Like
when Terry says he sent an email today, the problem is he sends 2 or 3 of them every day, every single day. So it might be difficult for you to pick out the one that he sent, Archie, because I get them too.
Yes. Let's have a look. Here we go. This is a Gerard Farragut GP 7000. Have a look at this. Tell me what you think of this.
What you fuckers think of this?
I think it's for $2,000, $2,200. I would rather buy something else. This would not be my first choice.
It's going to be plated or gold tone or what is that?
It's Gerard Farragut, for God's sake. It's
Well, I know, but I'm objecting to the fake gold.
It has collecting antimatter to it. See, Aussie expat. This is the other. How you have Rolex collectors who hoard and possess the stuff. At the other end, so the world doesn't spin out of control and hit the sun. You've got people who buy this stuff. Okay.
You're saying this
Okay.
actually threatens the future of the universe, this watch.
Personally, Terry, there's so much better for that money you could buy. Is a Breguet Type 20 that much more expensive than this?
Well, isn't it? It's
It is,
2000.
but this is a waste of money.
Well, how about
What are you going to do?
what about a Snoopy soccer ball, Timex?
We've got some super chats backed up, guys.
We do, but
Yes,
you know
we do.
he's
We've got a
given
few,
he's given
yeah.
$30 worth of value here. We'll get to them.
I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't buy it personally. I'd rather get a Tudor. I'd rather get a Tudor Monte Carlo than this. Okay, Tudor Monte Carlo. That's a beautiful watch.
Sorry, I
I'd
didn't
rather
realize
get-
this was Terry's question. I didn't see the email. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. That's okay. That's okay.
All right, well, there's your $30, and now we've got $20 super chat. Thank you, Terry.
Steve Slick, $20. Okay, thanks. Watch question. What Rolex would you choose between a root beer GMT and a zombie? Root beer. I like the zombie mainly because it's something different. I currently own a Day-Date 18238 that I wear daily, and I have I'd definitely say root beer.
Really? I think if you're going from like a value retention perspective, I think the zombie will decline in price. I think.
So the zombie is the black and gray.
Yeah, I
Correct?
think it'll decline in price. It will not stay the number one GMT. It'll probably slide underneath the Sprite. I mean, underneath the Batman eventually. So from a value retention perspective, I'd say root beer is better.
Batman's better value.
Batman's already sort of like mid-range in like between the Sprite and the zombie. I would just say, yeah, there's not much. The way it's moving, I would say zombie's losing money and the other two are probably just holding. But root beer might actually go up because it's pretty depressed. Like nobody wants to look at that at the moment. The other thing I'd say though, zombie GMT is probably a great choice. Like you can get it on Jubilee, and you don't get many options to put a Jubilee bracelet on. It's a fantastic piece. It's hype right now. Enjoy it. I think it's a good choice. I'd go the zombie.
There
Zombie.
It's not financial advice. It was a watch question.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Personally, I go the other route. I feel like the gray and the black is barely different from the black. So the only thing that I think really
Black is amazing bang per buck, Mark.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think that between a zombie and a black, you may as well get the black. The only thing that the zombie has going for it is the potential for the Jubilee bracelet. But the root beer, ooh, man, that thing is rich. It is rich.
Good choices. I mean, if you're going secondary, I'd say go root beer. If you're going retail, obviously zombie. But
yeah, I can't disagree with that either. We have an SR Bell super chat that's not too disgusting.
Super chat. Here we go. SR Bell, $2. So the guy giving stock advice likes a $15 Snoopy.
Well, it is a $350.
No, it's a $300+ quality automatics. Timex automatic.
I think the word quality and Timex, it's a non sequitur. It's like jumbo shrimp, military intelligence. It's it's an oxymoron. That's what we. Okay, super chat.
Here we go. SR Bell, $2. Skipped mine. Should I stop buying super chat? AC. Hey, SR Bell, you do whatever you want to do. You do whatever you do.
I think Archie just doesn't need to self-flagellate himself just because there was a $2 super chat. It also breaks up the vibe. Like if you want to start
I don't know. I think they're funny as fuck, to be honest. I mean, would you eat a fetus?
And we got a super chat.
But I wouldn't read it
Mike
either.
Hammer,
Super chat.
$5. Unlike Ozzy, the Oracle of Omaha bought his house in the 50s and still owns the same house.
I think so. 100% correct.
And that was never a cheap house. His house was never a cheap house. It's an expensive home.
It's a big home. But I mean, I think if you got Warren Buffett on a panel with Chief Tit would still criticize Warren Buffett for not buying a house and a fancy car and maybe a holiday home or something with his more than hundreds of billions of dollars of wealth, that he needs to live it up at age 98.
What is true, the chief tit with somewhat less money than Warren Buffett has a lot more toys.
Have you met Warren Buffett there, Ozzy?
No, I was planning to go to the shareholder meeting 2 years ago, but honestly...
You have Class A?
You don't need Class A. Class B is fine. And I did. But because everyone knows that Warren is probably on the way out, like the last few shareholder meetings were completely ridiculous. Like there were shareholders waiting on the outside of the stadium while the Q&A was on, you know. So I just didn't feel like paying all that money to go to Omaha and then get up at 3 a.m. to stand in line for a Q&A that's going to happen at 10 a.m. and be recorded and published to YouTube anyway. So I wish I made the pilgrimage, but it was completely rinsed. Like there's no way.
You didn't kiss the hem of the garment.
I would put up with that.
Well, you had your chance.
And I wouldn't meet him. I'd be in the same room in the stadium.
Question is Ozzy, would you rather meet your favorite porn star or Warren Buffett? You had a choice.
I think my favorite porn star, because my favorite porn star is dead. That would be quite an amazing thing. Sorry, I got to go. Dinner time. You hear that? You hear the calls. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Ozzy.
We've got Terry. Ozzy is out. Chief Tit and Terry Bolton are in. And we've got a question from your favorite punter, Archibald.
Here we go. Favorite punter. SR Bell, $2. AC, Google and read Panamanian Petting Zoo.
Well, the problem is Archie's in China and Google's blocked.
So yesterday I looked at
Wait a minute, Terry. Wait a minute. So am I right about that, Archie? Your Google is blocked?
Correct. That's exactly right.
So you want me to do it for you?
No, $2 super chat. Let's just leave it, move on.
I have a feeling it will be regretful. I'm going to look it up later just to know, but I'm sure it's horrible. Super chat.
Stupid chat. Here we go. Bateman's, Buffets, and Breguet's $3. Would rather get one of Mark Shitter's from China.
Yeah, I think he means versus this Gerard Perregaux. Terry, why do you love this Gerard Perregaux? What do you think?
Because I'll tell you why, and you're going to think it's corky if I tell you.
Tell us.
P.S. Brosnan has a Gerard Perregaux. He bought about 20 years ago. He still has it. Not this model. But look, if you hear what he said, though, on top of the Omegas and stuff he has as well, if you heard what he said, he bought the watch during doing the film in New York, Laws of Attraction. And anyway, so the reason why he bought it was because some of the watchmakers that used to work for Patek worked for Gerard Perregaux. And so they somehow were affiliated with Patek. So Gerard, of course, they're not owned by them anymore, or like associated with them anymore. This is like going back 25 years or so. They're owned by a group called the Sobe Group or something like that. Now, they also own Ulysses Nardin. Anyways, the reason why I like this watch is because the two-tone effect. You get what I'm saying? I like the two-tone. I've always liked two-tone watches. And for something about them, and I like the bracelet on this one because it doesn't look like a clean bracelet. It actually looks decent. And this is only like a 39.5 to 40 mil. I mean, that's what I like about it. And, and it looks like the dial alone, I mean, I think it's a cool looking dial because of the two-tone effect. Yeah, it is dated. This watch, give or take, is probably now about 18 years old. But I like the two-tone effect of it.
Is it gold plate, Terry? What is that?
No, the bezel is actually gold. On these, they were actually gold. The bezel was gold.
That's interesting then for $2,100, $2,200.
Well, brand new. If you look it up, this watch might have sold new for $7,000 or more because Gerard, when they did sell, like the chronographs and stuff, not the Ferrari ones, but the other ones. they were usually up in like the $5, $6, $7, $10, $12,000 range. However, when their agreement ended with Ferrari at like, I think it was close to like the almost end of the first decade of the millennium, when it ended with Ferrari, then because of a difference, like they no longer had that partnership, then it kind of like just sort of like drew criticism from other people. And so, but Gerard, I mean,
Can't do
I
that if
know,
your camera's not turned on, Marky. You're not allowed to do that if your
I
camera's
think,
not on.
I think
I forgot my
people
camera was on.
like they buy Gerard. I mean, the thing is, and is it the best watch
Oh,
in the
we
world?
lost.
No.
We had Chief Tit. Where's Chief Tit gone?
You know what? He dropped off. Where are you, Tits? Chief Prick, get back in here.
We've got a super
I'm
chat
sure-
here from Black Cat, $2. I believe Warren had a day date. Then he said Black Cat 997 has it. He does. I believe he does. It's an 18238. He also has a quartz Calatrava 3944, which I had at one stage as well. And yeah, but that's
Yeah. Can I just
what do
tell
you
you something?
Oh, can we stop here?
GP is not the rarest watch in the world. Everybody knows that. But here's the thing, okay? They have made some very interesting pieces over the
You
year.
like GP? Why do you watch so much? Why do you prefer GP to Breguet? Breguet's a much.
I know that. I know that. The reason why I like Gerard is because they have some, like, real, and so does Breguet, of course, but they have some real, like, tidy history there of, like, of how it goes with, like, the company was founded and all that. It started from, like, a very small, humble Swiss watchmaker into, like, what it grew into over 200 and something years. And and
Yes.
GP, I mean, they do have. Are they like the best Swiss watch in the world? No, but they're pretty damn humble to their roots. Being a Swiss maker. And has the company been bought and sold over the years a couple of times? Of course it has. I think at one time there was a company back in the early '90s called Momo or Nemo or something that owned them for a while. And but I mean, and that's when what's his name? He was the CEO at the time. Luigi Macaluso. He was an Italian guy. He was a
Luigi
Ferrari.
Macaluso. That sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Luigi
He was an
Macaluso.
Italian, but here's the thing.
No
And
kidding.
he had an avid thing with. He was the one who actually introduced them to Ferrari. And so Ferrari said, "Okay, we will sponsor you for 10 years on a partnership deal to make watches to produce for our cars and all that and that sort of thing." But was it like, I mean, meant for, the whole thing of like actuality of tech sports and all that? And like, no, because they were, of course, as everyone knows, still a mechanical watch. They weren't, like the avid ones like Tag Heuer or somebody like that would have been. Of course, they would have jumped at the idea right away if Ferrari or somebody like that joined their partnership.
Quit jumping out of here, Chief Prick.
But I mean, it's like this though. I think in reality, are they liked by everybody? No. I'm sure that Archie or even you or the attorney here has probably owned one or two over the years, and probably
Hey, Chief Tit. Oh, looks great. I love the bronze.
I love your ones as well. Is that a Doxer over there?
Doctor.
Yes, it.
Doxer.
Yes.
It's great.
Have
For
you
a shitter,
owned
it's
the
really
Gerard Perregay, Chief Tit?
Look, I'm not really a fan of those. I mean, I don't mind that Laureato too bad, but they're all sort of like an attempt to sort of copy that sort of, that Patek sort of Nautilus type look, aren't they? A little bit? Or is it me? Hold on a sec. I've just got to get rid of some people that are talking very loudly.
You go around, go smack some people around a little bit.
The only thing of it
shut the fuck up.
is, the only thing of it is with these watches is trying to find parts though, and trying to find watchmakers that work on them, especially if they're like 25 years old. That's the whole thing of it. So that, I mean, that might be a bit of a challenge. I mean, with Tudor and Rolex, it's no problem, but with like GP, it's like if it's 20 years old or more, trying to find replacement parts or whatever for the movement, and a qualified watchmaker to work on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything's right that you said there, Terry. Hey, you know how you guys were talking about that Rolex GMT Master 2 before?
$5. Doxa
Yeah.
is for cool dudes in a loose mood.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. So you're a cool dude in a loose mood? Is that what you are, Mark?
Apparently.
How loose are you
I
exactly?
decided to pay honor today to Blue Shirt Buddha, who loved to duck.
So how loose is your mood exactly?
Yeah, I'm pretty loose. I'd say I'm dilated to about 6 centimeters.
So
I have a new grandbaby. I had a new grandbaby boy born
Congratulations, mate.
like in the middle of the night last night. Yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Yesterday or the day before. I don't actually know if he was born before or after midnight, but it was right around midnight.
Cool.
So I seen my paycheck stub for the first time ever the other day,
Show it to
and
us.
I saw. Oh, I can't find it now because it disappeared on my screen. But
Oh, dear.
if I get paid every 2 weeks, as I'm paid by the hour, whereas in England I was never paid by the hour; I was paid salary. So here's the thing. So I looked at my stub.
Here's the
It said
thing.
before taxes, I made for 2 weeks of work. I made $1,673 before taxes, and then after taxes, it was like 1,000 something. Because here they like to take taxes out, even though, for no reason, but they like to take taxes.
Well, we need missiles.
So what are you saying? What's it got to do with anything?
Oh, it has nothing to do with anything. It's just that, but that's the first time I'd seen it.
Mark just had a grandchild, and you're sitting there talking about your fucking checkbook
Listen,
stuff.
listen, Chief Tit. Let me explain something to you right now.
Yeah.
Terry took a while to grow on me because of the non sequiturs, because of the filibustering and all. But what I realized is that the more Terry talks, the less we have to.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh,
Anyway,
So we like to encourage him.
you had a grandchild. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
For fuck's sake. You insensitive pricks.
I didn't know there was a
Give him a
solid
super chat
goal.
for the baby, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, right. We need a super
Yeah,
chat for the baby.
Good for the baby.
For the baby. Anyway, I didn't know that they
Sort of
made a
volume
solid
up.
gold dachshund. That's crazy. Yeah, it would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Very, very nice. This one turns out to be a rare one. This is a 50th anniversary edition, and what makes it unique, they've done a couple of those, but this is actually a very, very limited edition. And not that I care about such things. I didn't even know it when I bought it. But they all have a helium escape valve, which I don't like, and this one doesn't have that, which I think is actually kind of cool.
Well, they can have a helium escape valve without having the big knob like the.
Yeah, no, I know they do. They have it like Rolex does, but this one doesn't even have it, which I kind of.
So
prefer.
what's your problem with that? Why wouldn't you like
Yeah,
that?
it's just kind of like it's because it's a poser thing. Nobody needs one. Even you, who is a dive master, you're not down there in a dive bell.
I did want to ask Sir Chesterfield a question. He had a beautiful, about probably 8 years ago, so he had a beautiful vintage Vacheron Constantine gold dress watch he wore with a tuxedo. I was curious what happened to that watch.
Mr.
Gold?
Chesterfield.
Which watch was that?
Remember you did the video on it, had that black alligator band on it?
And it was pure gold.
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 Which brand was that? Sorry, say that again.
It was a Vacheron Constantine. Remember you said
I
you
sold that. That's over 10 years ago. Yeah, that was 2011. That was long. I had somebody who really liked it, and I got to say, I flipped it. Yeah, that was a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
It was only very small, 33 mil, but yeah, I know that was flipped.
Yeah.
Flip.
Well, but remember though, you always used to wear a black tuxedo. Like you always used to wear the tuxedo. He had that James Bond effect.
I believe that was Satan DeVille that you're thinking of right now.
No, it was the Vacheron. He had a Vacheron. It was the manual one.
What I mean is when he did his character, Satan DeVille.
Oh, yeah.
Used to wear
Are we
a
up
He
to date
carried-
up to date with the super charts?
Yes, sadly we are completely up to date. Now, Archibald, you went to the movies today and you saw, part 2 of The Devil Wears Prada. But my question for you is, how did you get there? Did you walk? Did you stroll? Did you rent an electronic bike? How did you get there?
Hey, how did I get there? Hey, how did I get there? Actually, I caught an Uber. Believe it or not, there you go. I took a Chinese Uber.
A Chinese
Well, there
Uber?
you go.
Now, was that like a tuk-tuk, a bike, or was it a proper car?
Actually, I took a photo inside it as well. I'll
Let-
share that with you.
Let's have a look because I want to know if it was an electronic vehicle, driverless.
Gents, I need a new pair of shoes, and I don't know who to go through. I don't know if I
Walmart.
should...
You work at Walmart.
No, I need a pair of... I don't know if I should buy a pair of Churches, or if I should go Crockett and Jones, or Bruno
Terry,
Marley.
Alan Edmonds in America. Alan Edmonds.
I
Are
don't
they any
understand
good?
why a guy making $800 a week is trying to buy $1,200 shoes.
Because if you don't, then people look at you weird.
They also last
I
very long
actually
time.
believe that people will look at you weird in Walmart.
A decent
If you're not
floor
wearing
shine is
Walmart.
a decent shoe in America, isn't it?
What's Alan Edmonds? What is that? Where they made it?
You are an enigma, Terry, honestly. What are you
I don't know
slurping
what-
there, Tits?
Well,
What sort of shoes are you looking for? It depends on what sort of shoe you want.
I need
Business shoe or what?
loafers. I need loafers, suede loafers. I thought about loaf,
Gucci
but
loafers. You need Gucci loafers.
I don't like Gucci. I used to buy Gucci crap all the time, and I hated it. It felt like a ladyboy brand. I need
Terry,
a.
dare I remind you, Terry?
But do you want a dressy loafer, or do you want more of a sort of like a pair of Sperry's that you can?
Well, I need a brand like, I mean, pure suede, of course, because I don't like that fake shit.
Terry,
I mean,
let's get to the interesting bit. Not your footwear, but your boyfriend. How are things on the romantic front?
Oh, he's good. He just got out of psych ward the other day, so he's
Again?
good. Yeah,
Oh,
he
is this
had
not work?
he had a downfall. So his friend was moving back to San Diego, but he's not going now. So he had a fall down the other day. His antidepressants weren't kicking in, so he almost OD'd again on something. So, but he just got out yesterday at the psych ward, so he's okay.
All right.
He's
Now, do you talk to him every day, or how do you?
I talk to him. Yeah, he's okay. He's actually coming up here next month, the middle of next month. So he's.
Well, that was the question. Was that gonna? Because you told us it was gonna, and then it was off, and then it was on. And...
he was going to fly, but he sold his plane tickets because of everything that's going on right now with American air travel. So,
tickets. How can you sell your plane tickets?
well, he did. He took like a $70 loss on them, but he sold his plane tickets. He got the money back out because even though they were non-refundable, because when he booked them, he didn't book them, refundable. So he booked non-refundable. So he sold them on Craigslist, but he had to take a $70 hit on them. So anyways, but no, he's going to go by bus this time. He was going to take the train, but the train's going to take like 2.5 days.
You don't have ID. How do you?
Yeah,
Listen,
he did.
We want. Hold on. We want
So
to
he's
know
gonna take the
everything.
bus this
We
time.
want to know everything about this. We want to know the bus route. We want to know the bus line. We want to know everything right after several super chats.
We got a super chat here. ABC.
Turn on your camera, sir. Let us look at
Anyone
you.
heard from Austin Daniels? Gone. I don't. What the hell's happened to Austin Daniels?
Well, there was a rumor that he was dead, but I checked that out, and it was a dirty lie. He's not dead.
Dirty, filthy lie.
He probably just doesn't give a fuck about you guys. Let's be honest. When we get bored with YouTube, most of it's just stop.
Mr. Goldberg, can I ask you a question?
Now,
You just did.
his last video.
Yes.
Remember, he was Watch Symposium.
Yeah.
That was a year ago.
Watch shopping in
Fuck.
Japan. How many times do you think he made a video called Watch Shopping in Japan? Many
Do you
times.
really think that Liberace was gay?
No, he was not gay. He just never met the right girl. Super chat.
That was a year ago. What the hell happened to Austin?
Well, a lot of people quit making videos. Matt Stevens quit making videos, and the Watchfather, Donnie Haynes quit making videos, and our own rancher quit making videos, and me, I quit. I'm just here, but I haven't made a video in ages. Come on, man. Super chat. Read it.
Hidden collector, $2. Skip the loafers. Buy running shoes, big boy.
I can't run anymore because I have flat feet. My feet are so flat I can't run, and that's why I put.
Salvatore Ferragamo. There you go. It's a nice pair of.
That's why I couldn't play soccer in England when I was younger. So because I had flat feet.
Just get arches, get arch inserts.
Yes.
Super chat for Terry.
okay.
Super chat for Terry. Read it,
Oh,
Arch.
thank you.
Black Cat 997, $5. Terry Boston, Walmart greeters, the best retirement job.
They won't let me be greeter. I ask them. They make me run the till.
Till the soil.
I
You
think
till
the
the
greeting
soil.
job is actually pretty fun. Hello, have a great day. I think that's a nice job, don't you?
Well, it was like 20 years ago. But, you know, for a long time, the Walmart stores, they were trying to do away with the greeters. And then they brought them back.
Super chat.
Black Cat, Ken Fresno, $2. Terry, how does one sell an air ticket? Be thorough.
Because he purchased it through kayak.com. He was going to fly up here, but he had a mishap. So it's set him back, and he couldn't leave on the date he was going to leave. So he bought non-refundable, and so in order for him to get his money back, he had to sell them on Craigslist.
Right.
But he did
Okay.
take a hit on them, so.
Now, you know, you guys were talking about that GMT Master 2 before, the Rolex. I reckon that there's a two-tone one that had the green hand. You know the one? It's 116713LN. That one is fantastic value. The green hand two-tone.
You know, why can't men dress like Cary Grant anymore? Really, why can't they? Or Fred Astaire. They were icons of men's style. Yes.
Are you looking at it, Mark?
Anderson and Shepherd used to make Fred Astaire suits for him.
Did you know Anderson and Shepherd is not even on Savile Row?
No, they're not anymore. No, they moved that shop, but they were. They had some of the best clothing. Just like Dougie Hayward, who made suits for Roger Moore and Michael Caine. They literally, Doug made the best ties and suits around.
Terry,
and
in
nobody
1980, I would like you to explain this policy that they have at Harrods. In 1980, I was thrown out of Harrods.
In the link, Mark, while you're doing it.
Why were
Was
you
you
thrown
really?
out of Harrods, Mark?
I was thrown out of Harrods. It is true. I was unceremoniously asked to leave, but I was able to go back the following day because I had tickets for high tea, which was amazing. High tea at Harrods was
Oh, I know it is.
It was nuts. There were tables piled high with finger sandwiches and little petit four and so much food, so crazy. Why was I thrown out of Harrods? Well, my sister and I went to, we were both on, we graduated college at the same time, even though she's 2 years younger than me, she accelerated college. And we both wound up in Europe, and then we both overlapped in London at the same time. So we met up, hung around in London, and she tried on a bunch of clothes in Harrods, like expensive things, and I just like took pictures like we were doing a modeling shoot, and they saw us trying on like thousands of pounds worth of fur coats and leather jackets and stuff, and me taking pictures of her, and they just threw us.
They didn't like that, of course.
They did not. They did not.
Well, you know,
No, we couldn't afford anything. Although, like I said, we did buy tickets to high tea, which was all on, what's the name of that china that they use there? Oh God, what's the most famous brand? Wedgwood. It was all on Wedgwood china, silver platters, and then like, I don't know, about 100-foot long table laden with like over your head, way over your head, ice sculptures and beautiful little cakes and cream puffs and cookies and little finger sandwiches, and of course your choice of the tea service that you wanted. That was,
it's very true. Did you know, Obama has written here on the chat. He used to work at Fortnum and Mason, and he said they've got a better high tea at Fortnum and Mason. It is fantastic at Fortnum and Mason.
I believe it.
And Luxy actually has gone there and had that before.
You know, Mr. Goldberg,
I didn't know he could afford it. That's nice.
It is quite interesting you bring that up, because there was two men that were from Taiwan one day. I was actually getting ready to go to coffee, and security had to escort them out because they tried too much of the wine,
right? Oh.
And they got a little too tipsy.
I didn't know. I didn't know there were free samples.
He kept. That's what they thought. And the one, he kept on trying to hit on all the sales girls there. So the manager called security, and they had to escort him out because they got a little too tipsy from testing all the wine.
Well, I'm in good company. I've been thrown out of Harrods along with two Taiwanese men.
What happened to the Taiwanese man? Why were they thrown out?
You just missed it. He told you. Pay attention to your live stream, Archibald.
Sometimes it's hard.
It is hard. It's hard, fuckers.
Sometimes it is hard.
It's very hard to listen to this stuff.
You know, most people that shop there cannot afford to shop there, like that, because they sell the best of the best. Like, and the food there is like, if you really, I mean, if you can't afford it, you really shouldn't like go in there because the food is so expensive. Like, I mean, it costs more to shop there than it does like Texaco in
Texaco?
well, the one supermarket.
That's a
We
gas
have
station.
Aldi. We have Aldi as well, and we also have a few of the Sainsbury's, but the Texaco, yeah, and the
Texaco's a
Texaco.
gas station.
Well, you know, well, no, it's not in England. It's a it's a supermarket.
Is it?
Yeah. So, anyways,
Tesco. Not
Tesco. There we go.
Not Texaco.
We got okay. We got right.
Tesco.
So, anyways, here's the thing. So they will make you a sandwich. One day I was going to get one. I went on me lunch, and I was going to buy a sandwich from the deli. Guess how much they wanted for one sandwich there? £35. And all they had on it was turkey, a little bit of Grey Poupon, and a little bit of cheese.
Wait a minute. Did that come with chips and a pickle?
It came with chips and a pickle,
All right,
but it
then.
didn't include your beverage. So I asked them. I said, "You got a sandwich, you know, because they bake the bread fresh."
Wait. Did you get like an employee discount?
No, not there on that. I don't. No, only on certain items. And I asked the man making them. I said, "How much is it for one?" He said, £35, but you get to choose your own meat, cheese, and bread, and all that, and toppings and mustards and all that. They had like, other than Grey Poupon, they had like 50 different Dijon mustards you could choose from. Some were from Germany, some were from England, some were from Scotland, all through there. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hello, Nicholas.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
You bought a watch,
Doing pretty
Nick.
good. No, I'm gonna buy Bitcoin. I've been listening to Aussie Expat.
You bought a Bitcoin.
I'm going to buy it. Sorry, my mic was off. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Bitcoin instead of a watch. And then I'm gonna only rent.
But you need to know what time it is.
Let's see how Bitcoin's doing. He's got a phone, Terry. Everyone's got a phone.
Well, yeah, but it don't feel the same. Look, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if you buy the newest $1,500 iPhone out there, whatever. It still is not the same as a watch. It does the iconic mystery of science of having a watch on your wrist to see what time it is. You have to agree, please.
Super chat. Thank God.
Super chat. Here we go. Ken
you missed-
Fresno. Here we go. We got
missed
super
one.
chat. Black Cat, $5. Goldberg. This bullshit watch I just bought, Engelman, is pretty good.
I know it is. Which one did you get, Black Cat? Did you get the Enterprise, which is the one that I got, which is like basically the 104 lookalike? They're pretty good. They're really not bad at all, honestly.
You had a super chat before that as well.
Did we? Let's go have a peek and see, what did we miss? Super chat.
Gorgeous.
Aussie Expat's back. There we go. Aussie's back.
G'day.
Hey, Ozzy. Hey, I was actually serious about what I said. I actually am inspired to do
Just
that.
one moment there. William Gaudry and £2. When Terry talks, it sounds like Mr. Humphrey. Yes, from Are You Being...
Let me say something to Terry quickly.
Oh!
Terry,
Have we got a
you
super
have to
chat from CB? Just 1 minute, Nick. I gotta
That's okay,
get the
that's okay.
super chat. CB, $5. I find Aussie Expat very useful. Very useful. Very useful. I listen to him and do the opposite.
So you're buying a
Probably
house.
not a bad idea. I looked back through all of my trades of single stocks. Not many were good. So
Do you have-
I'd
do have
back
an
you up
appalling-
on that one,
An
CB.
appalling track record.
Yeah, I got a really bad track record. But most of the portfolio is just Bitcoin and S&P 500.
Maybe this means
so
you
that's-
should buy a house though, because your instinct is to not.
That could be true. Could be true. Could be true. Sorry,
Anyway-
what did you say you were inspired to do? What were you?
I was gonna only buy Bitcoin and then rent. But anyways,
Oh.
I'm actually quite serious. That's actually a really good plan. I'm gonna do it. Anyway,
Well, there's a difference between risk tolerance and risk capacity. Risk tolerance is
I
what
know what
you
you mean.
feel like you're ready to do emotionally.
No, I
Capacity
really
is like
want to avoid paying taxes and transfer money to Europe without
Well, you have to
paying
make
taxes.
money to pay taxes, so you're probably okay.
Yeah, no, definitely. Who knows how much money I really have?
You know
right?
something? Actually, Mr. Humphreys was my favorite character from that show.
Well, see, the Americans, we don't know who that is. We
I have
no idea.
zero money, guys. Keep
Can
that
you
on
get
the
that show in
bottom
America?
line is zero.
So,
Someone
What?
want to explain Mr. Humphreys to the
Watch
to
the
America?
show. Watch the show. I can
What
tell
show?
you.
What's it called? We never heard
Are
of it.
you being served? It was about a fictional department store like Harrods in London. It was run by Mr. Grace, the owner, the founder, and they had Mrs. Slocum and all them.
Maybe it's on
and they had.
BritBox, which is a
It is.
channel.
It is. The reruns are, yeah. And they had. It was a comedy, and they had Mr. Humphreys. He was the girly gay one, but he always wore a 3-piece suit,
Now,
and he was real feminine like. But
Terry,
he.
how do you feel about Rumpole of the Bailey?
I'm okay with it, really.
I love that.
you
I
know?
love
It was a
that.
great show. I love Rumpole of the
Yeah.
Bailey.
She who
That's
must
compulsory
be obeyed.
watching. That's open learning in Australia for first-year law course. Isn't
I
that
do
right,
love
Chief?
I do love
Rumpole
that
of the Bailey is first-year open learning
Exactly.
law university.
right. I think Michael Crawford from Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, he was amazing in Phantom. So, he's just such a huge transformation from the squirrely guy he is.
Here, let me
on
just
Some
quickly
Mothers Do Have
interject.
'Em.
Terry, the purpose of a wristwatch isn't to have a mechanical timepiece in and of itself. It's to have a cultural representation. It popularized with the Art Deco movement. Everybody had a hat. Everybody had a 3-piece suit. A wristwatch that was 36 millimeters was a standard. 34, 33 if you want to be elegant. 40 was jumbo.
And the Dunhill later.
And a Dunhill lighter and cigarettes. Exactly. And that was a big influence why America was so culturally influential in the world, because it really optimized out of Western Europe and America this kind of culture. Paris was big in this culture. So that's why you wear a wristwatch. It's after World War I it got popularized, after they were using them in the trenches.
It sounds like that is what EDC was then, and EDC now is slightly different, but it can include a wristwatch.
That's the foundation for the contemporary shift that happened, which went away from elegant Art Deco more to like casual, sporty avant-garde or elitist hype, chic avant-garde, which is the typical, car design as well went that same trajectory, especially since the 60s. But anyway,
ultra
that's the foundation.
utilitarian.
That was a good
right,
brief
as well.
interjection.
Yes, that was the foundation
was-
of why you wear a wristwatch.
it was not that
It's
brief,
not.
but-
I smoke cigars.
It was culturally relevant.
It was part of everybody's wardrobe.
I don't understand, Nick, how you could have English as a second language, even though you picked it up when you were 4 or 5, and still have a vocabulary that dwarfs all the native-born speakers on this panel. I don't understand, but very good on you.
And you speak French as well, don't you, in Canada? You speak French?
I was
Yeah,
actually
most
writing in
people
my
do.
notes I should practice my French, because I look at French and I can understand it almost. Like I did quite a few years of French, including extra years in high school. So I know like a bit. I have to just practice it. I know the conjugation of verbs and all the main verbs and all the same. So I'm pretty good at it. I just don't know it like thoroughly.
Now, I have a question that's inspired by a Ken Fresno comment. Terry, have you gotten any action in any of the Walmart dressing rooms?
No. I'm afraid to take that drastic action. I don't want to
I
be.
must say, it is possible, and don't ask me how I know, and it is illegal to have cameras in there, so yeah. Don't ask me how I know.
fucking repulsive.
Repulsive or daring and dashing and braver than you? Who knows?
That's what they say when they meet up at the park.
Well, no, that's kind of lowbrow. I mean, I think gay people used to meet up at the park basically when there was no other place.
That's why they
I'll be
were,
back.
you know.
I'll be back.
And he's gone, leaving us in the hands of I don't know who. Hey, listen, why don't we have a Terry and Nick off? Let's both of
I
us.
enjoy talking to Terry. Terry, did you consider trickers for more lace-up shoes? I love that fucking pronounced shape. Oh man.
No,
George Cleverly. I would recommend George Cleverly. Like, get some serious gothic English shoes. Come
I
on.
know a brand that a show I was watching. I like watching the reruns of is The Blacklist with Raymond Reddington. So
that's a good show.
actually, I do. Well, I do too. Like, I think it's cool. But here's the thing. So, anyways, He actually wears a GMT Master Pepsi on the show.
Here's the thing.
But anyways, he was wearing a brand of shoes. I forget what the hell the name of it now, but they last like 25 years before they have to be resold. This is how well they're made.
Are they
And
English?
no, I think they're French.
Could they be a
that's fine,
hobnail
that's
boot?
No, they're not John Lobb.
Well, what do you mean 25 years without resoling? Is it made out of adamantium?
Or how many layers does it have?
No, it's
what
all
is that?
they do everything like the original way, like cork filling. They do on the
Sure,
sole.
it's
They
not
do.
But how
literally
does
gonna
it
last
work? 'Cause
25
Yeah,
years.
there's many shoemakers, and it would have to be like a lift. You know, like when somebody wears lifts, like that kind of, so it doesn't, it stays consistent over that amount of time.
Well, I mean, like you know that like back then
Rice.
people they would go
Rice.
like 10, 15, 20 years because shoes were so well made back then before they would ever have them resold. You know,
I was
they
wondering
were
where
made
Poway
well.
was. Good to see you, Poway.
And the
It's
brand of
true. I think there
shoes,
are churches that are 20 years old.
Martin Greenfield.
Yeah, but
Martin
resold,
Green.
like you-
No, not Martin Greenfield. That's a brand of clothing. What the hell's the name?
You know who makes a good shoe, mate, that you might be interested in, Terry? There's a
Who?
company in England called Cheney Shoes.
Okay.
Cheney?
Yeah.
Did you say you
They
had
make
pairs
really
of
good shoes
churches?
and they're reasonably priced. Right?
I do like churches because Bond wears them. But here's the thing, okay?
Here's the
Churches is not the same company they were 40 years ago.
Well, what
Yeah,
about
they're-
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So
Well, Churches
like
has a
that's the
specific
whole
design.
thing.
Churches is a really mainstream
I love that fried
design
chicken.
for English shoes. Churches is
Yeah.
about as mainstream as you get.
Do
So
they
you
still
want to
have
go a
chicken?
My
little bit,
shoemaker
like,
said,
come on.
They're still
stop
good.
with this cheap rubbish, buy yourself a pair of churches. That's what my shoemaker said to me. So I trust him and I never did it.
No, those are English quality shoes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's
Who
like
has a
the
shoemaker?
mainstream variety.
I'm
The
a
design.
shoemaker. I don't need to buy a new pair of shoes every time I wear out the sole.
Who has a
But-
shoe-
Right.
shoe-
Yeah.
But the point of
cobbler.
getting the churches is that
No, get
they're
churches if
made
that's
to
what
be
you like, yeah.
resold.
If you
Not-
enjoyed that
not-
design, they're excellent. But look at the
Yeah.
top 10, top
No, but
20 English
Aussie-
shoemakers
Nick,
and then
Nick.
evaluate the offering. That's what I'm saying.
Nick,
My cobbler
Aussie's
says.
right. They're a company where if you take it back to an official church's shop, they'll actually send it back and resell them for you by churches.
And they have a big distribution network. They're very popular. That is one of the quality aspects of it, that they are mainstream, right? They're very a big retailer.
Well, yeah, I mean
Last
they
10 years,
are.
they dropped in quality, you said, Terry? Last 10 years?
Well, they have because it's just like with the brand Loake, Loake. The same thing. They're not made
Tone.
the same way they were before. They've gone to cheaper methods. They've just really not done what they've done before. The brand of shoes I was talking about from that show is Paul Stewart,
Okay. Yeah.
and they keep it classy. But see, the thing of it is, I don't know if a lot of these brands have a suede loafer. You know what I'm talking about? I know Loake does, but the same thing with churches. I'm not so sure they'd really go for that anymore.
Are you
That's
looking
kinda
for
like-
suede loafers because they're casual? Because I'd recommend there's Italian shoemakers. A few suit makers make good shoes. Like, for example, Zegna. Zegna makes fantastic shoes that are kind of like Prada without as much of the chic. They're like Prada with a little bit more like elegant Art
Fipperjack.
Deco.
Just hang on one tick
Okay,
there.
I
We got
got
Ken
you. I got
Fresno,
you. Zegna.
$2. Ken
Yeah.
Fresno, $2. Terry, you thumb wrestled to young James Spader. I love James Spader.
No, I just like the character he plays in the show.
Reddington. He's also been in. James Spader was in that movie. What was that movie?
Baby Boom with that one lady, the Diane Keaton years ago.
Bad Influence. He was in Bad Influence
Yeah,
in the 80s.
yeah.
He was
Over
very good looking.
RX-7.
He was a cutie pie then.
He's also
He
in
was,
Boston
I
Legal.
still think he's.
Johnny Crane.
he's-
Johnny Crane.
What
Yeah.
about Red Wing boots? I've
I
always
can't
thought they.
wear boots.
Mike, when did you get your Red Wings?
I
Do you know the reference?
I don't
Mike?
have. I
It's
don't
not
have.
Yeah,
about
Black
boots.
Cat, $5. We got a
okay.
super chat, $5. Nick Miller, you are a goofball, but the Serbian people are extraordinary. Best people in the world.
Yeah,
Right.
you're gonna get mind blown when I explain what the fuck I've been working on. If I get a chance to do it,
Yes,
you're gonna be
you,
like, what the
if you
fuck?
get a chance. Yes, we never let you talk. Real quick before
No, not
you
that. I'm not talking
entertain us.
about that. I'm not
Real
talking
quick
about
before you
talking.
entertain us. Mike, do you know how you get your Red Wings? I mean, it's a sexual reference. SR Bell would
Have
know.
you got your Red Wings as a gay man? Do you have Red Wings?
I just had a grandchild, my fourth.
I don't
No,
even
I know
understand.
So I'm
you've
just
got a pass,
saying
but
I've
the
dabbled
combo,
in the-
You've done everything. I've talked about this before.
Yeah,
You've
yes.
done life right. You've had the best.
If
of
you're
everything.
asking if I have my Red Wings, the answer is no.
What the fuck is Red? What's Red Wing?
Look it
Kit
up. I'm not,
doesn't know Red Wings.
well, I don't know, mate. All right, here, hold on.
It's a team in Detroit. They play ice hockey. And Aussie expat, this is Frank Spencer. And I'm so happy that you're a fan of mine. And Betty, she'll be a fan of yours. And Jessica is now in her 50s.
Well, it is true that the Red Wings are a Detroit team, but you do not earn your Red Wings by going to see the Red Wings play hockey. Aussie Expat, how does a man earn his Red Wings?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Do you get them if you're a member of the Mile High Club?
No, well, maybe, but probably not. No,
I
that's
tell you
not.
what's funny. You've seen the movie Lone Survivor, the book. Like, it's a real story, the Medal of Honors Award and stuff like that. The operation was Operation Red Wings. And I'm like, what is going on there?
Right.
As you referenced so
It's
many
not as bad
times.
as the Panamanian petting zoo. It's, well, actually, maybe it's probably worse. Super chat. It's probably worse. Super chat.
Oh, that's an
What
SR
did-
Bell.
Did you look it up?
That's-
Archie looked it
Look
up.
up.
Archie looked it up. I could tell.
Oh
Here
my
we
God,
go.
that's fucking
CB,
disgusting. You're a
$2 from
fucking
CB. Shoes are for wusses. Real men wear Lacresse boots.
Lucchese.
Apparently,
Gee.
Chief Tit looked it up too.
That's the best Texas bootmaker. One of the best Texas bootmakers. I like Rios of Mercedes personally.
I tell you what, I've never not had multiple pairs of Crocs.
That's just Crocs. Come on. I mean, those are like rubber from
fucking
Walmart.
God, look
They're
at
the
it.
best. They're the best. Southeast Asia, anywhere, like kids, it's the best. Around campsite.
Well, before we get into Nick's story,
My story. Let me say it quickly. Let
wait,
me
I
say it
said
quickly.
before we get into your story. I just
know.
real quick, we are going to get into your story, and we're going to do it rapidly. Oh, ABC is gone. I was going to introduce ABC, but he's gone.
Can I say
all
my
right, Nick?
story
It's
after-
it's all you, Nick. Go.
Okay, what was I going to say? I could say the main thing.
All right, never mind. We're done with you. No,
right.
I'm kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That was fascinating. Thanks very much for that.
What are the,
Pressure's on, Nick. Quick. Tell
I'll
a
just
story.
say the thing I was going to say about Black Hat because he called me a goofball. First of all, Black Hat is a libertarian, which means he doesn't actually secure civilization. He just grills and chills. Thinks that it's all going to work out if everything's
Grills
capitalism.
That's an ad hominem argument.
It's going to work.
Look,
It's gonna work.
libertarian just means that you don't care about securing civilization, but you're a capitalist and you think that free arrangement of deals between people is going to make everything work out. And
That's
that's going to enable an oligarchic establishment to be overwhelmingly dominant over the political establishment and the people. That's why the founding fathers didn't do it. But anyway, the point what I was going to say is I actually developed 3 circles. This is trippy, guys. I'll explain it really fast so that Mark doesn't get pissed off. The first circle is the circle of mass culture statecraft systems. I arranged it based on fascism and communism being similar, and I actually made a circle of what all the political systems actually are. And then I made a circle of all the aesthetics of mass culture, and they line up. Those 2 circles line up. And then I made another circle of masculinity, femininity, and civilizational culture, and that's what the physiology of people is really based on, and they all line up. Oh, give me a Nobel Prize.
Okay,
I
well,
still
thank you.
don't
That was
think I've ever
incomprehensible, but I did
recognized
enjoy
gay.
listening to you.
Americans on the stream, would you ever co-sign for anybody?
Well, it is
Would you ever
true.
co-sign?
Terry Bolton is a multi deca millionaire.
Would you ever co-sign Mark for somebody?
Me? I did want. You know
Yes.
what I did? I did once when I was
Ah.
young. When I was young and dumb, I liked.
Well, who did you co-sign
What's the
for?
purpose of young people being a cosigner? There's no reason apart from to fuck your life up.
Yeah, well, fortunately, it was for a small enough sum of money that when she defaulted on her payments, I just paid it off for her. So
How much of a
Did you
I
ever
like
crack
it.
a safe for?
it was only $600.
Did you ever do a crime job safe cracking.
Well, you know, I'm
program?
not.
His parents had a lock.
I'm a germ.
Taylor locks. Now,
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, I
he
mean,
knows
let
what
me-
he's doing.
Well, actually, I published
He
a lot
wrote a
of
book
safe cracking.
on tape. He wrote a
Yeah, I
book.
know.
Mike Mark is
Yeah.
a professional. So you co-signed for one of your girlfriends or wife?
Yeah, no, well, not wife. If it's your wife, you're commingling, you know. But no, when I was a very young man, I don't know how old I was, probably 24. So, yeah, I was probably like 24 years old. I co-signed.
And what was it?
24.
What were you co-signing for? A
Oh,
car?
that's
furniture?
actually that's a great question, and it's so stupid what she bought,
Yeah.
and it's really going to date me too. It was for a waterbed.
Ah.
And it was only $600, which, you know, like, listen, whatever year that was, 86, you know, it was like a fair amount of money.
Interesting.
What's a
And
waterbed?
why did she not make the payment? What happened?
Terry, you're so young. I don't know. She just quit making the payments. What happened? There was a
They
reason
came
why
up-
she didn't. There was a reason she didn't have enough credit to buy it on credit herself and needed a co-signer. There was a reason.
In the 90s, everyone wanted a waterbed.
This was 80s. And
Yeah, even
water-
the 80s, the same thing. But in the 90s, normal people had them. It goes everywhere.
My sister had one in the 70s.
Nice.
So what's a waterbed? It's a
can't
big
even
bladder full of
think
water
now.
that you sleep on.
Are they a thing still?
No, they're not a thing still. They were replaced by, you know, like the memory foam and stuff that's much lighter, much easier, doesn't require heating and chemicals, and they don't leak, and they don't fall from the second story into the first story because the floorboards weren't, you know, made to take the weight of them, and they were a huge pain in the ass. And they
What's a
were kind of-
waterbed?
It's a big bladder, Terry. There's a frame
Chief,
and then a
would you
big
ever
bladder, and the
co-sign
bladder is filled with
somebody?
water in the shape of a mattress, and you sleep on it.
Oh, okay. No, I got you.
There we go.
Aussie expat, would you co-sign?
Is it made of
No,
rubber?
Yeah. It's
Aussie.
kind of, sometimes they're not fully filled up and they're like squishy, you know?
I mean, I'm sure you can still find them, but I don't think they're really a thing anymore.
It was the biggest trend. I don't know how that just disappeared.
It was a trend that lasted a good 15
Everybody,
years.
everybody had
Mike
they warm
knows.
up?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to get warm, or are they just?
They're really warm. Yeah.
You could have a heater in them. They had a heater option.
You had to heat them.
So
The
is
problem
that like an American thing though? Because I don't think they were that popular in the UK.
I don't think they were in Europe at all.
It's a bit of an 80s thing, isn't it? Can I ask this? How do you sort of do the business in it? Wouldn't it sort of like?
Oh, no, they had different
actually-
ones. You had
That's what they
different-
say is
different-
an advantage.
Well, eventually they came out with ones that had baffles in them, so the motion of the ocean wasn't that big a deal. But the waterbed was supposed to be very seductive.
Yeah.
You know, back in the.
It was a satin sheets and everything.
Do you know what? I once
that's
had
how
satin
they-
sheets,
that's how they
and I
pitched them.
squirted out of bed just like a watermelon seed. Like, you cannot really do it on satin sheets; they're too slippery.
You know, I got a question. I wonder if you could float on one of those in the ocean.
Well,
They
it's
are-
like water, so no.
Maybe, I don't know.
But I tell you what, no, the water beds without the baffles are more fun.
They were very
'Cause,
wavy.
like, you can, if you sit on
Yeah,
it,
they're
you
wavy,
can get a
yeah.
reciprocal. Like, I
If you
never
could catch
understood
the
why
rhythm.
you would want to remove that.
Because they were very hard to get out of, Aussie. They were very difficult to get. You had to
You got
hoist
to time it
yourself.
right with the wave. You go, tuk, 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 and then you get out.
You're not old enough to remember. Super
No,
cat.
I had a waterbed.
Did you?
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
you
I
weighed
was-
600 pounds, you had a hard time getting out of it.
CB $5. I slept on a waterbed for years, and you have to be good to keep the rhythm while doing the motion. But women love the water.
Yeah, that was
Oh, I
reputed
was-
to be
I
very
was-
romantic.
I think I was 10 years old. So
So
I-
Ozzy,
And you have Barry Manilow playing in the background, Marky.
Ozzy, tell us about your waterbed. How was it? You had one, right?
Right, no, but I mean, it wasn't me. I
Oh.
slept at my mum and dad were divorced. So,
Oh, okay.
But when my mum was with someone at that time, the spare bedroom, it was a waterbed. So I slept on that on many weekends.
Nice.
Was the waterbed though? Now I did a question. Okay, you certainly like because it's not a thing nowadays, I guess. But so how is that? That's sort of like that's not exactly similar to like the blow-up bed, is it? So you got to fill it with water, I guess.
Well, You know, the
It
blow-up
is,
bed
but it's not compressible. Like it'll
Okay.
move, but then it will push back on you because it has to even out. So
Okay.
it's
So
much
if you're
better
really
than air. It's much better than air.
if you're really heavy, then you can't get out of the thing, can you?
It was well. Look, this is we're getting deep in waterbeds. I don't know, who cares? But the original ones had a wooden frame around the bladder. Later
Yes.
ones had an actual mattress shape, and the frame was built in so that you could use like standard sheets on them. And those were the ones that actually had baffles in them, so that you still got a little bit of motion, but they damped down most of the motion, which made it easier to get in and out of the damn thing.
So what would you do though, like if it sprang a leak or something? I mean,
Well,
well,
they
you
had
should have
patch
luck.
kits.
That was a common.
Okay,
Yeah.
they had patch kits for that.
Yeah.
And the big deal was you had to keep your pets off your waterbed, so that they didn't sprang a leak. But they literally did have patch kits for it. But the problem was some people would, it would spring a leak. The ones with the wooden frames, they actually were lined to contain disasters. Okay. But some people did find, if they left in the morning, they came back at night, that the bed had emptied out and like destroyed the house.
Oh, okay. Now I get you. I've never heard of such a thing, so I wasn't knowing, because like I never met anybody, we never had those in England. So like, I mean, I don't know what the hell. I mean, because say waterbed, and I'm thinking, what is it?
You did have beans on toast, which we did not have.
Yes, we did.
So, and I don't understand.
And marmalade.
Beans
You
on
can't
toast.
forget the marmalade.
Yeah. Well, marmalade is fine, but I just don't understand putting like legumes on toast for breakfast. I don't know.
That was one of the Queen's favourites, was orange marmalade sandwiches and an afternoon tea.
I see. Who knew?
Yeah.
She did like a nip of gin now and again.
Oh yes, of course. Gorton's.
What do Americans put on toast that's hot?
I think butter, ain't it? Don't they put butter on toast?
Come on. Like, I mean, like something that you actually have to warm up and serve on the toast.
Nothing.
Eggs. That's basically eggs and bacon.
Yeah,
Like,
or
anything else? Like
Nope.
spaghetti?
Nope.
You don't put.
I mean, listen. Every kid has made a spaghetti sandwich, for
Fucking
shits and
revolting.
giggles while when you're little. But no, in terms of a topping, a warm topping on bread, in America, no, it's butter, jelly, jam, preserves, honey, avocado. None of it's hot.
You obviously been around long enough to see. I
Garlic
watched
bread,
this for the
true.
first time like the other night. It was on a rerun. The Beverly Hillbillies.
Hey, Terry, Beverly
They do eggs
Hillbillies,
Benedict here. But I mean,
Beverly
apart from eggs, apart from eggs.
they had a guy called Copper Cab who was on Beverly Hillbillies. He was one of the, I don't know if, you know Copper Cab?
I know Copper Cab. How did he get on Beverly
He was
Hillbillies?
on Beverly Hillbillies.
Not the original.
Well, no, I mean
Beverly
the original
Hillbillies?
dude that played Jethro. He actually owned like 5 casinos in Las Vegas, like back in the 60s. But I mean, this I thought was rather interesting because it was the first time I seen this show. Like, it's from like I guess predated to mid 50s or so. Like the reruns, but it was on the other night. It was interesting.
Yeah, probably a different show I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Grilled cheese
Amazing
sandwich is
airshow
kind of a
videos.
different thing because you're not served it open like grilled cheese. Like it's like a Monte Cristo.
You know what
as
though?
well.
He has a point though, because a lot of times I'll take a piece of bread, slap cheese on it, and then I'll just throw it in the toaster oven to melt that cheese. So yeah, done that. That's a fair point, I think.
I'm thinking about flying to Chicago and meeting Mark and his friend or his partner for coffee one day. And like we go out to lunch or something. Because I've been to Chicago in close to 20 years, so I thought about going back.
You fly,
Where did
I'll
Chief
buy.
Tit go? I was about
Sir
to
Bell,
do a round of wristwatch checks. but
What's
where did Chief Tit
coffee
go?
on
Buddha.
Urban Dictionary? What's coffee on Urban Dictionary?
Coffee?
Yeah.
Well,
Caffeinated
coffee,
beverage, which
allegedly, I actually heard something about this. So it wasn't the Colombians, it wasn't the English, it wasn't the Americans. It all did come from Central America,
the
but
Aztecs, the Aztecs.
right, that's correct. It was actually the Turkish who were actually like the first ones to develop it, from what I
The Aztecs
understand.
did the chocolate
So-
also.
Yeah, so the Turkish and the people of the Middle East But like when they made coffee like 350 years ago or more, it was very, 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 very strong, like very potent. You almost couldn't drink it for like an hour because of how strong it was. And then they have it tainted down with water and stuff. It was very powerful. So, but you know, the people from India, they drink a lot of like magical strong tea too.
Didn't
they
corn
have
and
a lot of
potatoes?
specialty.
Corn and potatoes also came from North America, I believe.
Listen, I would like to leave you in the good hands of the rancher who has just joined us. I myself must go because the kitten is dragging me to a movie.
Oh, well, enjoy your film.
I don't remember. He told me the name of it and I forgot. Something about Martians. I don't know, some sci-fi thing or another.
That sounds retarded, bro. That sounds fucked.
You see, Martians, I see you more into Uranus.
Happy wife, happy life.
Hollywood is just terrible.
Bye-bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah,
so, are you satisfied with you say you got 2 vintage GPs. Are you satisfied with those?
That is a damn lie. I've got 3.
Okay. So, but are you satisfied with them? Do they keep good time? Do you like them? Do you, you know?
They're literally 80 years old. Well, wait.
Okay.
Wait. No, yeah, 81 kind of thing. But yes.
Okay. And that's like an Art Deco dress watch because you wear a suit and tie every day. Like you wait to.
Yes.
Okay. So, well, okay. So, according to the leader here, I don't know what is the expression of opinion, but I imagine at some point in his life,
Terry,
he has owned.
Did you get to the point before I die?
I have a feeling at some point or another in his life, he's owned a GP, hasn't he? I've lost him.
Who? Archie?
Yeah.
No, I've never had a Gerard Perregaux.
Okay. But so, anyways, would you please show him the one I'm looking at, please?
Oh, I just closed that. That was one. That's an Rancher. Admittedly, Rancher has some good taste in the sense that he's gone for very vintagey ones, whereas this is just an ugly 80s, 90s one. And let's call it up. I'm going to call it up now.
I like the two-tone effect of it, though. I mean, it's got real subtle attitude to it.
It's fucking atrocious.
I like the old.
Did we get these super chats?
One moment. Here we go, bringing it up now. Why isn't it coming up? Just 1 minute. There we go. What do you think of that, Rancher? Fuck, it's ugly.
It's off. It's kind of vague and generic, frankly. I mean, it's
the Bezels go.
The
Bezels go.
Yep.
We got a super chat from Black Cat 997. We need the Nick Miller and Terry Boston books. And we've got CB $2. Is Archie there? Yes, I'm here. CB, I'm here.
Yes. Okay, what kind of movement's in it?
It's in-house.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things. I mean, I understand to a certain degree. It's not. They make Gerard Perregaux makes watches for a lot of other prestigious companies. It's not to the. It's almost. Well, it's not quite JLC, the watchmaker's watchmaker, but it does have an element of that associated with it.
It's only a 39 mil case. I believe this one's from 2000, 2001.
Yeah, you know, for what is it? $2,000 you could do it for a chronograph. Now, is it a integrated chronograph or does it have a module on top of it?
I think it's column wheel. because if it, I mean, which I believe it is their movement. It's the GP 7000 movement, I believe, or the 7100. So I believe it's column wheel.
Well, column wheel movement at that price. I mean, yeah, don't be surprised. Well, even at that price, yeah, you're not going to die on that hill. You'll just simply lose a limb.
It's just simply like they're not desirable. You know, it's like they're desirable. You know, it's just like, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, Cartier. People buy them, bought them 15 years ago, and then the market just dries up for certain models nobody wants anymore. I mean, I'm not looking for like an actual return on it. I just think I like the style of it. And there is, I'm sure, different, you know, dial colors and options, but I really like the two-tone effect. I like it because there's no gold anywhere else on it other than the dial and the bezel, because it's not like the Tudor I have where it's a two-tone all around. It just is two-tone only on the bezel and the dial. You know what I'm saying?
Gold?
Not the hands, just let's go plated, but they're probably actually brass, but the bezel's real gold.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not wild. It's adequate. I mean, for $2,000, I mean, come on.
Yeah. How do you? But I have a question though. Like, how do you find parts and service? I mean, parts and actual watchmakers that still work on these, even for ones that's like 25, 30 years old and so on. Because Girard-Perregaux is not like Rolex, where you can just like easily ring them up and you can find like, you know, a ton of people that, you know, have parts around for them and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, this is, if you're going to get especially a pre-owned watch, especially an older pre-owned watch, you might want to start with, instead of looking at the watch, you might want to start looking at watchmakers. And
Okay.
ask them, what do you have expertise? What do you have access to? What do you have parts to? You might want to, you know, pick the best watchmaker. Of course, don't get the oldest one because because you're a young man, so you don't want to get the old fart because, you know, let's face it. So yeah, ask old Hans. Well, what do you think about this? Can you work on it? Can you fix it?
I got you. Thank you.
So I don't know. I'm going to meet another attorney. He's going to look over some watches. I suspect he's going to probably get.
How did you go on the Luger sale?
No, that's going to be tomorrow. I think he's going to get my DH watches and my Luger. And we'll see. I mean, the D watch is probably the most evil watch I've got. But on the other hand, it's so evil. I can't. I like the dial of it is reminiscent of like the Aquanaut. But yeah, but on the other hand, it's like an evil Aquanaut.
Is there a goal for all the money from the watches you're selling off?
Yes, it's to go. The goal is to put it in my pocket.
Okay, that would be my goal.
Yep, exactly. Now, what here? Oh my God!
What are you trying to pursue, Rancho? You're just getting out of things.
Are you getting vintage Omegas still, or did you catch that?
Well, I'd be on the lookout, of course.
Yeah,
I still I think almost everyone's caught on to that trick.
yeah, I know that's been around for a couple of years. Vintage Omega Collector channel on YouTube.
Yep,
that's a great channel. The Chinese guy or whatever.
Yep. Well, and the thing is, when I went on, they basically said that was Asians that really liked the used Omegas.
Yeah.
Well, the old pie pan dial, bumper movement watches. I researched a bunch and like a bunch of them. I think they might be Seamasters. I'm not exactly sure of the model, but the pie pan dials, the pie pan Omegas, you know.
Not really sports watches, but yeah. And Omega has been all over the place. So you can really find some funky, fresh stuff out there if you go in the back catalogs. And it's usually all well made. As a matter of fact, a lot of people thought that vintage Omega was better built than vintage Rolex.
Vintage Omega was on the caliber of Patek at that era. It was only during the 90s when Omega shifted to like ETA movements and stuff like that that it
I don't think it was
slightly
ever
dropped.
Patek.
It slightly
Come on! Don't forget.
No, not
Vintage
finishing.
Omega had
You're
gold
right,
plating. Gold plating.
Yeah, no, you're right. But
Gold
I'm just
plating.
saying, reputation-wise, it had a kind of
It was never
Rolex
Patek level.
It
was
had a
never
kind of
Patek.
Rolex.
That's pushing it.
No, it really was. Omega was not Patek level. I'm not saying 100%, but it was being buoyed up like it was like Rolex is
like on
today.
the suburbs.
Like Rolex is today.
It wasn't downtown Patek, but it was like
Omega was really, really the shit. Like in the 60s and early.
So the
early
Omega
60s and
was the
50s.
Patek at home. Patek at home.
It wasn't Patek level in terms of finishing and the grandness of it and all of that. It's not that even price, right? But it does have that level of je ne sais quoi, like caliber to it from that era. Vintage Omega really punched way above its weight class.
Well, not only that, it also has that level of I don't know what.
Yeah, right. There were other brands, for example, Zenith, vintage Zenith watches were also dress watches that in that era were like ubiquitous in Paris, and that was really influential.
I do have my guy working on an oversized manual wind small second Zenith, which I'm looking forward to see the results on. Which
their designs really like complemented Omega, but were even more kind of forward looking and were really good like for vintage watches. Zenith really pushed it, and those are all the traditional Art Deco watches I'm talking about, but their designs were still.
Now, I actually How about you do a new channel? And it would be the Archie Exercise channel or the Archie Gets in Shape channel. No, I'm serious.
Why would he do that, Rancho?
Why would you do that? So you could get in shape and get paid.
How about yourself? How's you are in great shape now.
I'm getting a little bit better every day. To be honest, I'm doing something.
You do fasting, all sorts of things.
Exactly.
Do you drink wine? Do you drink wine?
John?
I have not drank. I've not drank since August 4th, 2000.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That long?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Rancher had a bit of an alcohol problem there, Terry.
Well, I think every man in their 30s and 40s does, and then it's sort of like in the late 40s, it sort of like goes away for a while.
Now, oh, by the way, I haven't really looked. Are we keeping up with super chats? Big boy dreams about big boy dreams about spelling his world time.
Sorry?
Comment from Pluto. Say Pluto 4290. Big boy dreams about smelling his world time.
You can't wear a world time in America. You know you'll be robbed instantly for that damn thing, especially in yellow gold.
I don't think they're able to identify dress watches. They only look for hype pieces.
Yep.
Trust me, if someone in America, you walk into a broke neighborhood with one of those on, they'll know that's a Patek world time.
I don't think so.
No.
Have you ever been to a poor neighborhood?
What are you
in America?
talking about?
They don't have that cultural level. They don't have that cultural level.
Yeah, I don't think that most people
might recognize
who have
the
luxury
Rolex.
watches know anything about Patek.
No, it's especially in poor America that's gentrified and segregated based on education level and cultural level as well as wealth level. So it's the cultural level is not even existent, man. What are you talking about?
Here's
all they would say it's a gold watch and that's it. They might about the
they
brand
might even
they
think
know.
that it's gold plated and think it's nothing because they don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm
more
with
likely to be nothing.
I'm with the Serbian on this one.
Yes.
What are you talking about? Look, well, I worked at
poor American neighborhoods don't know what a Patek world time is. And if they see a gold watch, they might not even recognize it.
Okay, I had 20 people where I work at, okay, because I bought this tutor. I had 20 people at work at, and I don't even know who they are. They walked up and say, well, you got a tutor on your wrist. And surprisingly, they knew what the hell it was. And I'm talking about people that have the IQ of like a can of green beans.
They said a tattoo or what?
A tutor. And like,
they,
you know,
they might because
Super
it's
chat.
social
There's a super
media.
chat.
They might have seen it on social media. You're right, Terry. They might see it more.
but what I'm telling you though, these are people like you wouldn't want to meet in any day of the week. It looked like they got the IQ of a banana.
John C, I need any tips on how I can attract chicks, thanks.
Yes. Don't tell them you're here.
Hey, John C.
Super
Yeah,
chat.
so what you want to do, John C, is the difference between male and female physiologically, you want to have really strong tendons. You want to strengthen your body tendons so that you just have confidence. And then you also want to practice like have you ever like squatted and done like the horse stance? You want to pound downwards from that stance, if you know what I'm talking about. That's the power move, bro. And then once you have those kinds of skills in place, you know, practice your hip thrusts, you can just go to town. Like then basically you can know that you have that, like that's basically achieving high class sexual level as a man. So what the thing you're doing as a man sexually, you have to understand this, and this is why gay is kind of weird, because a man imprints onto a woman and a woman's physiology is inclined for that, whereas a man doesn't have that kind of brain, doesn't have that kind of physiology. It's completely different. You can't really imprint properly. So the thing is you're doing, the woman will have feelings for you after she chooses you first.
I've heard about that. I've heard like
Yeah.
if you fuck a gal, you leave some of your DNA actually in her.
No, it's not that what I'm talking about. That does happen because that's part of the kind of pH balance and viral mechanism that happens with the woman, but that's not the same thing. What happens is a woman emotionally is inclined to like give herself up in a way, and that she finds that really attractive. So she wants you to have money so you can take care of her, and really wants to give herself up. One way I would give this as an analogy, and Rancher might know this because he's legally informed, the prison system. If you go to Oklahoma prisons, there's like a way that you get manipulated. They'll give you something and then they'll say, oh, now you're my bitch because I gave you this. I gave you like an item. Women want you to pay for everything. It's kind of like a coercive way for them to be really submissive. It's a different mindset. They're emotional. So you have to really pay for everything and just dominate in that sense, and they'll fall.
You want women have an emotional response to everything that is
everything is emotional to them. Exactly.
Everything that comes at them, they take in an emotional way.
Yeah, that's a specific way that they're wired, basically.
So
I'll tell you what, you want to attract women, 3 words: box of condoms and a Mercedes-Benz SL.
How to attract women.
Well, it's true. Buy a Mercedes-Benz SL and always have a box of condoms if you want to attract
I just want to
ladies.
say this because John C. might actually be serious with this question. Let me just say this quickly, John C. There's really been an epidemic of radical feminism in the United States. It's through social media. And what women do is they really are responsible for the fabric of society in a big sense. Their intuition, their emotional sense is very strong intuition. It forges a good fabric of society. So if you have a healthy society with healthy feminine women, it feels really good, like intuitively strong civilization.
Yeah, I saw
so when you have, let me just say
say
this quickly, radical feminist women have betrayed that. They're fetishizing detaching from their own selves in a way that's anti-civilizational, and it just feels like shit. So guys aren't really dating them. Guys are ghosting them. Modern dating in the West is fucked. I don't know if you're doing that. Good luck. But dating apps like Hinge, you know, it's a fucking shit show, bro. Like, you know, try it if you want, but that's where people are dating now. America's dating scene is fucked.
Real quick, Nick.
You know, even for the gays,
Grindr.
Grindr's no good piece of work either.
So what I'm telling you is like what would work for normal things, whereas now you're dealing with radical feminists, bro. You basically have like a communist uprising, and they're like evil cultists, underground communists everywhere, bro.
Nick, I have a follow-up question before we get to the next super chat. So you're saying women expect the man to pay for everything. They don't expect to pay for anything themselves, right?
In a way, that's a physiological inclination. It's correct, yes.
So therefore, Archie is a woman.
Women want men want one thing from all women. Women want everything from one man.
Archie, pull up my thing. Like we were on a track earlier that was actually worth money.
If he pulls out your thing, he'll expect you to pay for everything. I just want to warn you right now. That's by the way,
I was just talking to my friend. Like, I mean, this is like one of the biggest movers in a week and a month of big movers, and we're getting there.
You want to read that other super chat?
Yeah, so like AMD's already been up huge last month, and today 4%. But look, after hours we're looking at 15%. and it's all about agentic.
Just 1 minute. CB, $5. My last drink was 5 minutes ago. Ching Chu de Mayo, fuckers.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Jesus.
I hope it's tequila.
Mike, what's your incident alarm doing?
Is it on? Is it beeping?
Yes.
Yeah, Mike.
It is. My sugar is low.
You know, have you all ever seen Dracula with Bela Lugosi? Okay. That
Is
one
that the-
scene in the film when he
is that
meets.
Hold
the-
on.
Yeah, the
Hold on.
original.
Like, no, hold on. we kept changing topics, and then it's like, God damn it.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so AMD is just going crazy. It's all about the agentic AI agents. Basically, they need as many CPUs as they can get just to fulfill all of the demands of the AI. When you say AI, please go and fetch this web page and stuff like that. That's regular compute. So that's what's happening here. Is that I'm not saying it's true, but they just posted $11 billion, like 38% revenue increase after hours. So unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Actually, I've got like a top-rated AI AMD chip in my other laptop. My framework.
I'm a big fan of AMD. I got
Are you
quite a
big-
lot of AMD.
Are you a big fan of framework?
I like the idea, but it's not really for me. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool idea.
Well, I actually asked it to. I actually got the framework desktop as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Why are you sporting such hardcore stuff?
Well, not just that. I've got 16 terabytes of storage.
That's nice. Wait, of NVMe storage is what
Yes.
you're saying. Wow. For what?
Shit.
Is that secret?
Yes, I want it. Well,
that's a lot of NVMe storage.
it
Check
is.
this out. I was
Well, it's
hiking
also
earlier
128
today.
gigabytes of integrated RAM, which just. But the thing is, I'm working on like a couple AI programs, just tinker around here and there, of course.
Nice.
But I've asked everything. Makes sense of ArchieLuxury.
So, anyways, my
response was-
favorite
Do you want to bring
scene.
up my other one? So I was hiking earlier today, and this was a rare treat.
My favorite scene of the film was when he, of course, when Renfield enters the castle, and Dracula standing there, and he's looking at him because he cut his hand with the paperclip, and he saw him bleeding, and then he looks at him with the bottle of wine, and he goes, "This is very warm wine. Will you have some?" And Renfield said, "Yes." And then Dracula goes, "I never drink twice."
Archie, do you want to share that screen?
Yes, sir.
So I was hiking in Red Rock Recreation Area this morning, a big 9-mile hike. But check out this guy I found along the way. He's actually walking around, munching in the desert. Amazing. Isn't he
Where does
beautiful?
he go? Where's the water?
Oh, I don't know. I did pour out a little bit of my bottled water onto the rock next to him, but he wasn't interested. So I don't know.
Was it for your homies?
Yeah. Yeah. My homies. So there we had with the FXD on for the day. That's what you do when you're scrambling over rocks and everything. But he's beautiful, isn't he?
Terry, you know that Dracula's literally like one of the top 3 or 4 most important books for Gothic philosophy, and like there's a big civilizational culture philosopher movement that really changed society before World War One.
Yes,
and then World War One went like modernist after that.
Right, but here's the thing: the reason why the original is still the best was because of how tall in real life Bela Lugosi was, and he was a Hungarian. And at the time, there was not many other men in the world as tall as he was, so that's why he got the role. He actually did it quite well.
We do have a super chat, Archie, I think.
Here we go. We have a super chat. Thank you so much. There we got a super chat. RMD 992 $5. Archie, why did Patek discontinue the white dial rose gold annual calendar 5396R? Is this a great a good Grail fuck off piece, safe to buy in the grey market. Well,
I love
in
the
the
way
rose gold, they brought out that blue dial with diamond version. I think it's just I think it's nothing wrong with it. It's a great watch. They just bring out different dial versions. I honestly love the white dial. It's sort of I think it's a great watch. Yeah, secondhand is the way to go. Those are half the price of a blue dial diamond watch. So fuck yes, grab it. I reckon they're a great watch. I love it. I love the white personally. And why did that? I have no idea, but I think it's because when people are paying so much for a new one, they want the exotic colors, the blue and things like that.
Sir Chesterfield, I've got a question for you. If you were if someone just randomly, one of your millionaire friends gave you $200,000, what Patek would you buy today?
Hey,
That's a
you know
great
what?
question.
I wouldn't buy a Patek. Okay?
No?
What would you buy?
You know, I tell you honestly, I would
or would you send a hitman over to Arkansas just out of curiosity, choosing a random location?
I got to be honest with you. I don't think there's nothing I really want. There's nothing I want. I wouldn't if I had money. I want to keep the money in this economy. I want to keep the money. Things are turning bad. They're turning sour.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, yeah, but here's the thing, okay? What if someone just randomly gave you that amount of money? I mean, what piece out there would you buy that fancies you?
I wouldn't necessarily buy a watch. I wouldn't necessarily buy a watch with that money.
Okay, would you buy a car?
No, he would. No, of course, the follow-up question is what? Okay, if you had to, if the express condition you were to buy a watch with money, then Archie's response, he would sit there and realize and try to get which one can I immediately sell immediately and get my money back, or more money.
Probably a Nautilus. You can sell that, flip it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing: like, what is that piece that really like tickles your wickle? Like, I mean, the piece that you've always wanted for like 35 years or so, and no matter how, like, if someone gave you that amount of money, what piece from what brand would you buy that really like you've never had?
Look, I tell you honestly, for $100,000, I'd do what the rancher does. I'd be getting out of these things.
Really?
Keep the money.
Archie.
Keep the money. You know what? I would like to buy a bluesy, or actually, I tell you what I would buy. I'd get a 40 mil gold ceramic sub. There you go. 40 mil gold ceramic sub. I think those are fantastic.
Solid gold.
Nico Leonard said the other day, I saw him on the Graham Stephan. Fuck, he looks terrible with those fucking
the chompers.
teeth.
The chompers.
I mean, his teeth weren't terrible. Why did you need to have super white?
Yeah, they were standard for someone living in Ireland or the UK. They weren't Hollywood perfect or something, but who cares about perfect fucking
Hollywood
teeth?
perfect is fake.
I know. And then he went and replaced, and every single video now. Have you seen the comments on all of his videos? Top 30 comments are all about how he should get his money back on those teeth.
Does he still have that Ferrari, or did he sell it?
No,
are they veneers or they just cleaned his existing teeth? I don't understand. Are they veneers or existing?
They got to be veneers for sure. They got to be veneers.
So what do you do with the existing ones? They just put them on top of the existing
literally
teeth?
It's just pasted on top. They use like a cement to put it on top.
And how long does that? Doesn't that damage the teeth underneath?
Not if it's done properly. My understanding, it seals them up. But
the ones I saw done, they ground most of your regular teeth down, and then glued the perfect new ones on to
give them
the
room.
stump that's left. So you actually like sacrifice your own teeth and to make them into a
That's
proper
crazy.
shape to
Nasty.
be glued onto with these
It's like fake
glued onto.
fingernails. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's not permanently, but
Can I tell you what I would buy, Archie?
Yes,
tell you what
sir.
I'll buy.
Let's stop with this.
There's a chronograph that tickles my pickle, and it's a fancy wancy. I'm gonna tell you what I'd buy if someone gave me 200k random. I'd buy a Vacheron Constantine overseas chronograph in gold.
I had that I had that on yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. Share my screen. Share my screen. Oh, we'll get back to it, but yeah, we'll share my screen.
Terry, they have a skeleton 42.5 millimeter overseas in titanium with like a blue, and they have one in rose gold with a black dial skeleton.
That's a Tudor.
So I was Tudor boutique yesterday, and no, it was on Sunday. So this is the old 58, and then the one on the leather is the new 58, and it's a smidgen thinner, which no one ever said the 58 needed to be thinner. So that was pretty pointless watch. But you know, 58's always beautiful. But check out these babies in the back. So this is the new 54, blue and blue. I could see a lot of people liking that. Me personally, I like my Lagoon Blue a lot, so this doesn't really do anything for me. But I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that like this watch.
Did they have
But I'm talking about Vacheron Constantine, not Tudor.
Yeah, okay. Now I'll show you the Vacheron Constantine.
Tomato, tomato.
A quick second. Hold on. Remove from state. So hold on. I just got to get back to those photos from the Vacheron boutique. There we go. Archie, if you want
Did it make you
There
randy
we go.
when
Is this
walked in
making you
there?
wet,
Did you?
Harry?
Oh, it is. I love the green.
So I got to see this last week.
Nice.
So what is
crazy money? How much was that? How much was that?
I'm not asking for prices on these things. That's so ridiculous. Like, there's no way.
Is that like 60?
Probably more.
Yeah,
no, it's probably more. 60 is like an Omega.
Super chat.
Oh,
that is beautiful.
Look at that.
That is beautiful.
We got a super chat. John C. $2. Hi guys. Does Tudor beat Omega in quality stamina?
I think they're about on par with each other, really. I think they're on par with
Depends on the model. I love some of the Omega Planet Oceans. They're really super divers.
Yeah.
I think that I think Tudor and Omega sort of on par with each other. It's a difference in movements, really, aren't they?
But I mean, you also have to compare prices because I mean, Omega's doesn't just have one watch, and you can only compare that. They also have more expensive watches, so you can't compare a 321 to say a Black Bay Chrono, but you can compare a Speedmaster to a Black Bay Chrono. And
right, because Omega, 5 years ago, came out with a solid gold Seamaster or something.
They've got solid gold everything.
Yeah.
And they're outrageous. They cost more than Rolexes.
Yeah. Now,
so for the strap for the Vacheron you just showed, because I know Patek straps are very expensive. So for the Vacheron strap there, I know that's alligator or leather or something.
This is rubber.
Yeah.
Okay, so for a replacement strap, how much is it? About $1,500 to $2,000?
No, that'd be about $900. No, it's much cheaper than that. Then Patek's not that dear.
Now, Terry, what you need is a solid gold Gerard Perregay.
I do. I like Gerard, but Archie hates Gerard. But I mean, I think I like that.
That's more reason to get it.
I'm afraid if I buy it, he'll no longer talk to me, as I got the Tudor already.
You wish.
But I love that Vacheron. Look, here's the thing. I would sell one of my kidneys and lungs to buy that damn thing because it's beautiful.
It's very big. This is, I think, 42 millimeters. And I've got a gold Daytona. This is much heavier than a gold Daytona.
Wow.
I guarantee you, if you wear that, if you wear that in any surrounding of job you do, pilot, whatever it is you do, flight attendant, whatever, I guarantee you they will constantly want to give you respect and all of that.
I don't
You
think
wear
they even really notice it, to be honest. If there's so much gold-plated stuff, gold, unless you're in the know, doesn't really mean much.
well, but you can always though sell it for the gold, just like you said about the goats up.
Well,
You
yeah.
can always
No.
sell them.
No. Rolex gold is more valuable than gold.
But how do you? But Vacheron might make their own gold. Paddock does. So does AP.
They control the mix, but I think that's a bit of a stretch. The gold itself is not as value. The watch has a higher value than the cost of the gold. Okay.
Well, yeah, because of the mechanism inside. So that's the
Well, it's also
movement
the market
inside.
shit like that there. It's all about. It's all about the.
So okay, so the dial's probably 9,000, 12,000. The movement's probably 8 to 10, 12,000. So I mean that's the whole thing, because that's not an older Vacheron movement. That's one of the newer ones. So I mean, probably the hands alone on it are probably 2,000 or more, because they're
No.
probably gold finger.
Aussie expat. What did you think of it, man? Did you like it when you saw it?
I was actually thinking gold by Spendo.
I was not moved by either of the pieces, the gold or the titanium. First of all,
Do
the
they
gold
know
is
you're a
way
big
too big.
Rolex collector? Do
Yeah.
they know you're-
I'm very close to the people in this boutique.
Okay, let me ask you this. Vacheron makes a two-tone version of this, right? They make a two-tone version?
I don't know anything about Vacheron.
I'm talking about the watch you're modeling.
No, he doesn't know.
I don't
He's
know. I don't know.
modeling the gold one. He doesn't know about the two-tone. He said he's very. Actually, that's one good thing about Aussie. He doesn't pretend to know something if he doesn't. He just says, "Sorry, I don't know about it. Just showing you one that I saw the other day." That's it.
So Vacheron boutiques, they don't leave them out on display, right? They actually have to go get them out of the safe and then show them to
They
you.
have some watches in cases.
Some they do, some they don't. These ones definitely came out of the back.
Okay. I mean, it's not a bad looking piece. I mean, I know it's probably the price of a new S class, but it's not a bad fucking looking watch. I mean, it's beautiful because the green dial just glimmers in the light you look at, you know. I imagine it probably has some high velocity lighting there in the showroom. So, I mean, it's definitely got the sheen to it, you know. I mean, it's a pretty watch.
That is the best bracelet in the business, as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Well, I mean,
and,
it has to be.
the sales associate actually removed the titanium bracelet and put on the rubber strap in the process of showing me that. So I mean, it's
It's a quick change.
very quick, very reliable. Like they have no qualms.
It's just almost along the lines like, if you do not have at least probably north of 50 million to 100 million to buy one of these, I mean, they can probably spot that when you walk in, like, you know, oh yeah, well, they're not driving a new G-Wagon, so they're going to be the buyer.
I don't understand, Terry. You're thinking too much, man. You're talking about shop assistants who are lucky to make 60, 70,000 a year. I mean,
okay, would you take a sales job? Would you take a sales job at Vacheron if you offered?
Yeah, it doesn't pay well. Retail doesn't pay well.
Wait, did you just tell Terry you're thinking?
At Rolex, they don't get commission, do they? Aussie, the sales associate said they don't earn commission. Oh, Aussie's on the phone. He's doing something else.
Did you just tell Terry that
it's
you're
extremely minimal? The amount of.
I'll tell you this much, Rancher. I guarantee you, if I took that job
after years and years, that's the first time I ever heard that mentioned on this channel.
I guarantee you, if I took a job at Vacheron, I could move probably 20 of those in a month.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not
Well,
easy.
of course it's not easy, but if you have repeat buyers, they'll buy them. I mean, like, you know, they're buying for their grandkids or whatever, you know, just turned like 22 and they just graduated high school or college or whatever.
So this one is my retirement photo. It was my last day of work, and wearing the gold watch, and in the background I'm handing back the laptop and badge. This is last day of work for Oz.
Nice.
Well, it's no Gerard.
You celebrate that day, Ozzy?
I did. I can't remember exactly, but you know, it was a fantastic day. And
what day is that?
It was in October last year. I can't remember. I think it was October 10. It was like 10/10.
See, that's what the difference is. Like the French, they wouldn't retire like that, but they'd only work like 30 hours, 25 hours a week, and like really relax, 2-hour lunches, 3-hour lunches. Whereas you just get it done and over with after a strong career of like hard work, and then you're good. That's like, it's kind of balances it out. Like, you know, the French way, the joie de vivre.
Yeah, I get it.
Mexico,
so yeah, it was
the
10/10. So the
siesta.
watch is 10/10. The date was 10/10, and nobody got it. I put this on LinkedIn, and nobody interpreted it as me retiring and so on and so forth.
Let me ask you a question. What is wrong with taking a 90-minute lunch?
I would recommend you to do that, but it's a French way of living.
Well, okay, but look, so you've had time.
Italian as well. Yeah.
But you've had time to. Well, okay, but the French get used to it because, I mean, I'm not French, I'm English. But here's the thing. If I was French, if you think about it, okay, how's it so bad? Because, I mean,
it's not bad at all. It's just that Americans are kind of like Germans in their work ethic. Like Germans would never do that. You know, they just never, ever. And there's just the River Rhine is like separating.
That's because, like, literally a lot of
separation is so dramatic, and the French will do like 3-hour lunches, like.
Well, okay, but that's because, like, the Germans were always like prudence anyway, so the Europe, because like they didn't really like, you know, that's the whole thing of it, because like they believe in like doing all that. I know that about Germans, but here's the thing though, they're
Americans
like
are like that, like they'll work like 80-hour weeks, like.
Well.
Okay, guys, time to wrap this baby up. Time to wrap it up, guys. I'm going to be taking a few days off. Let's go through the list. We had Starchy, Steve Slick, SR Bell, Mr. GMT's Discount Seiko Shop, SR Bell, Mr. GMT's Discount Seiko Shop, Big Meech, SR Bell, Black Cat, Terry, Boston. Thank you, Terry. Steve Slick, SR Bell, Mike Hammer, SR Bell, Bateman's Buffets and Breguets, Black Cat, CB, ASB, Black Cat, Hidden Collector, Ken Fresno, William Gaudrian, Black Cat, CB, Ken Fresno, CB, Black Cat, John C, CB, RMD, John C. There we go, guys. That's the show. We'll be back in a couple. I'm taking a few days off.
Archie, you and I could go sell those watches in Hong Kong. There's a lot of prospective buyers in Hong Kong still.
It's a very tough market. Hong Kong's not as easy as you think. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Hi, guys. It's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.
Hey,